Are you struggling to get the ball into the net on Rematch? Well, let's go over a few tips to bring out your inner Cristiano Ronaldo.
Muchas gracias, afición. Este para vosotros.
The most efficient way to score in Rematch isn't by doing any type of dribble techniques or anything like that. It's always going to be passing the ball first, right? And you have a couple of options when you're looking at passing. You can either do what probably most common in the community right now, which is sending it right at the backboard and hoping that the goalie dives and misses what really wasn't going to be a shot anyways, and your teammate can then get the rebound and then put it right in. Or your other option with passing is a simple ground pass across the court, and the reason that's going to be that most effective is because the ground pass travels significantly faster than a ball that, goes up in the air, hits off the backboard. And essentially the goalie has so much time to react to that ball off the backboard. Whereas compared to the ground pass, which is almost instant, there's no way that a goalie can get from near side post to the backside post to be able to cover that backside shot. Now, this is Rematch. The ball lags into the goalie's hands a lot, and that's going to happen. But your most effective way of passing is always going to be a ground pass across the field. Another very effective way of scoring in Rematch is going to be curving your shots. I thought this was pretty self-explanatory, but until I talked to some people that were also playing the game, and then I realized that it's actually not that much of common sense. And curving your shots is going to be the most effective when you're in the corner of the box, or if you're dribbling straight through the middle of the field and it's just 1v1 you versus the goalie. To do a curve shot, while you're holding the right trigger, just move your left analog stick in whichever direction you want it to curve. When you are curving your shots, you always want to curve it the same side of the field that you're on. So that way it looks like your shot is going to end up being wide or off the backboard like so many people do, but it actually curves and then ends up falling into the goal. And then coming from the middle, you want to aim for the post on the goal and then curve it back in. And this isn't necessarily a tip of making your shots more effective, but this is a guaranteed 50-50. Because if you're within the box, the goalie has to react to it. And with the speed that the ball is coming in, if the goalie doesn't guess right on these types of shots, the ball is going to go in every time. Now, there's also another way of curving your shots, and that's going to be your chip shots. Chip shots are going to be most effective when you're just inside of the box or when you're just across half field. The main difference between a regular curve shot and a chip shot is instead of fully powering your shot like you do with curve shots, you're going to want to just tap your right trigger to do a minimum power shot and hold down on the left stick. The technique that I've had the most amount of success with in scoring is definitely going to be spamming rainbow flicks. Now, an important thing to note about spamming rainbow flicks is it's going to be very easy for your secondary defenders to jump at the ball and just get a random deflection. But in a 1v1 situation, this is almost a guaranteed goal because all you're doing is just going left, right, and you're waiting for the goalie to eventually jump at a ball that you're not actually shooting and then just put the ball into an open net. In 1v1 situations, you're going to want to work out a couple of different combinations of dribble moves that you can do to beat out a goalie. And this is where I believe the true skill gap of this game is going to end up. The people that have the deepest bag of different techniques to get the ball into the net and the ability to combine those together are simply going to be the most efficient scorers on this game. My personal favorite combination is simply going to be a simple rainbow flick with a head touch to either side and then just an X pass straight into the goal. That's going to be able to fake out most goalies and most defenders as well. But if that ends up not working, you can also mix in a second touch after your rainbow flick to deke defenders. There's an infinite amount of possibilities with these combinations. A combination I see quite often is people sending it off the near post and then lob passing it to themselves again and then putting a header into the goal. Another possibility is holding your left trigger and walking away from the goalie, double tapping A and then putting an X shot in. It's going to get the ball into the net super fast and goalies aren't going to expect it. And that's going to be it for today, guys. And if you guys are interested in any more Rematch tips or tricks, be sure to subscribe and check the description for any other links. And if you found today's video helpful, just drop a like. As always, thank you for watching and peace out.